Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So this video is going to be a part 2 to my unboxing from my Melody SUSIE products. In my first video, I did unbox and review their new desk lamp. It was a 2-in-1 desk lamp. I absolutely loved it. I will leave it in the cards for you to check out if you want to go back and watch it. But this video is going to be on their new limited edition gift box to celebrate their 16th anniversary. And this box comes with a nail drill and a lot of other goodies. Like I said, it is a gift box, so it did come with a lot more things than just the nail drill. So I'm going to go through everything very quickly. Just unboxing it here, it comes with a warranty card and the instruction manual. You always want to make sure to look over if you aren't sure about things. And before we get into the drill, I'm gonna open up this other box and just go through everything very quickly so you can see what's inside. So this box contains a lot of like prep items and decorations. So we get a nail file, some cute little rhinestones, which comes in this wheel that organizes them. It comes with a cuticle remover, a cute buffer, some more cuticle nippers, and some other tools for nail prep. Now this, I don't really know what this do. It has a ball on the end. I think I'm going to show it a little more once I start to actually do my nail prep. But if you know what this is, please leave it down below in the comments to inform me. But it also comes with a charger block, which I like because that is rarely included in packages. It comes with the clip holder for the drills, some tweezers, a nail dust brush, and I like it because it was really soft. It comes with sanding bands for a normal size bit and the mini mandrel, and it comes with the regular set that always comes with a nail file and some additional buffers. I am going to go through them and show you up close so that you can see exactly what's included. So it comes with a pretty pink mini mandrel. It comes with a medium large barrel coarse bit. This one is a medium barrel ball bit and a medium grit. I like these when they're rounded at the top because I can get really close to my cuticle without like cutting myself. The round part just kind of like helps keep me safe, so I really like those. And then the last one was a really cute pink one. And then these here, I don't really know what these are used for. Every time I see them, I assume they're used for like pedicures. So again, if you know what that is for, let me know down below. And then lastly, it comes with some stickers, which I'm going to show one by one. I really like these stickers. They're really cute. I feel like they have some like for any type of vibe you're going for. If you want to go like cute and dainty, spring butterfly, like dark, like really light and pastel. They had a lot of different options in this box. And then the last thing I'm going to show you are the cords, of course, which connects the drill to the handpiece. And now that we've been through all of the accessories and nice little goodies, I'm going to go back to the nail drill. I'm going to firstly show the handpiece, which has some really nice weight to it. That is always a good indicator that the product is good quality, in my opinion. I feel like I always say that, but I feel like it really like tells if it's going to be good quality. It has a nice lock and unlock feature which holds the drill bit in place to keep from coming out when using it, and that's pretty standard. It does look like a lot of their other like handle pieces, so honestly it's nothing new. But this is how the actual drill looks. Now this is definitely a new design, and it is so cute. I love this pink color. It matches like my nail area. I just love it so much. It has like this cute Melody SUSIE band at the bottom. And while I'm looking at it, I am just gonna give you like a closer look all around it as to what it looks like. On the back here, it does have these like little this clamp if you want to like clip it onto your apron, especially if you are like a professional artist. I feel like that will come in handy. Also, if you just want to lay it on the desk, it does come with like these little styrofoam little padding so it doesn't like damage anything, so it sits comfortably off to the side. And then I just went ahead and plugged it up so you can see what it looks like when I turn this on. And it is rechargeable, so it does work even if it's not plugged up. You can see the battery charging there. And I don't have the handpiece hooked in just yet, but I am just looking at the like features of it when I turn it on, how it looks. It does have the forward indicator because you can see it says F. That means it is rotating to the right. And then it shows what speed is on. You can see the battery charging. The button to the left, it has a play button, a pause button, and a forward and reverse. So when you tap it, that is how you pause the drill without having to turn the dial all the way back down. I feel like that comes in handy if you just want to like pause it for just a second. And when you double tap that button, that is switching it from forward and reverse. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's really simple with high quality. See, I cannot wait to actually try this drill. Overall, from the aesthetics and how it looks, I feel like that is a win, but it only matters if the drill is actually like going to perform nice. So I'll let you guys know later on in the video how I like it. Melody SUSIE always have really great products. I'm not expecting anything bad from them, honestly, so we'll get into that a little more. But now jumping right into my nails, I'm going to be using those products that came in this gift box set. So I'm using that cuticle pusher, and I just push back my cuticles to reveal that cuticle on my nail plate, and then I use the other end to just do a little bit of scraping. Again, here's that ball bit. I don't know what it's for. It does have like this triangular part on the other end. I have no idea what that is used for, so if you know what it is, please inform me in the comments below. But just taking that a step further, I'm going to be using the cuticle nippers and just cutting down my cuticles. I only showed one on camera because it was pretty much the same, and I really just want to like pay attention to it so I don't damage my skin and cut myself. So just know I did repeat that over all of my other nails. And now I'm bringing out my drill. I'm going to be using the mini mandrel, just placing a sanding band on it, locking that in place, and then I'm going to take that on a very low speed, which was only 1000 RPMs, and I'm just going to go around my cuticle area and remove the shine from my natural nails just to cover some nail prep for today's set. That's pretty much all I'm going to do to prep my nails. I didn't feel like I need a lot, so after that I'm going to take a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and just wipe that down. Before going in and applying my nail tips, I did go ahead and apply some clear acrylic like right where I glued on my nails, just so it holds them in place a little more, because as you guys know, I do have a peel off base. But jumping right into my application, I'm going to be using this color here from Kara Sky. And I'm just going to do a simple application using this color, so it's not going to be very much to explain. But Kara Sky does have some really nice powders. They're really buttery, easy to like flatten down and move, maneuver. They're really easy to blend too. I feel like as long as you have the ratio to powder down, like the ratio to monomer and liquid, because of course if you do have more powder, then it's gonna dry a little bit faster. It might not be the same. That's why I always say you have to learn that acrylic first, because different brands do not work the same. Their formula is different, so you just have to get in the habit of like just finding out what works best for you and how you want to work with it. So for these acrylics, I do work in smaller beads, I think, because trying to get like the one bead method with Kara Sky acrylics for me just doesn't end up working well. I feel like eventually they do start to dry a little bit faster, so for these I am going to use smaller beads, and that helped me like really get them where I wanted to be and to smooth them out. And while this application is going on, I did want to mention to you guys, I don't know if you've seen it, I did post it on my story on Instagram like a week or two ago, but I did receive my play button from YouTube, and I am so excited. I received my silver play button for reaching 100,000 subscribers, And I'm gonna plug the video in here to like on the side so you can like see it of me unboxing it. I was just so proud of myself. Like, it still feels surreal that like I have one now. It's like when you see like these huge YouTubers like showing their play button and stuff like that, it's just like I have one now, so like it doesn't feel real, but I'm so grateful. So thank you to everyone who's been watching my channel over these 4 years. I'm so excited to continue my nail journey. It's been really fun, and I can't wait to see like what the future holds. I can't wait until I reach 200,000 subscribers, and we'll see where we go from there. And eventually, some years later, I'll end up getting my gold play button. So that's exciting to see. But yeah, I did want to give a huge thank you to everyone who's been continuing to support me and everything like that, liking my videos, commenting, and just interacting with my channel. Anything you do to my channel helps me out a lot. So again, thank you so much. And thank you for all of the nice comments, giving me tips on how to improve and stuff like that. So yeah, again, just thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And I'm gonna let the rest of this application play out. So this ended up being the same on all of the nails. I am going to get into a lot more nail art, so just to keep it from playing on very long, I did go ahead and finish that off camera, and this is how the application looks. I think this looked really nice, especially with this length. And then after I let that completely dry, I'm going to go in with some filing. And for this part, as you can see, all of my nails popped off, so that peel off base definitely works. And I feel like since I did have the peel off base under it, it was starting to bubble, so the clear acrylic I placed didn't really help. But my thumb lasted a lot longer, so I'm just gonna do my thumb on camera and show you guys. And then after I do my thumb, I did go ahead and put my other ones back on. I did file them with a hand file, and then afterwards, just to speed up the process, I'm going to show you the filing and sealing the cuticles with the nail drill and talk about how it works. So with this nail drill, like I said, I didn't expect it to be anything bad at all. Melody Susie has some really nice quality products. I feel like this is a brand that's not really talked about a lot because they don't have like a lot of the like gel polishes and stuff. I feel like they are more of like tools and like, you know, machinery type of brand. I've worked with plenty of their nail drills, their dust collectors, and I have loved every single product. The quality is really great. It's quiet. It's a lot quieter than I thought it would be. It runs really smooth, like it doesn't vibrate too much, so you can hold it really steady in your hand and get the precise filing that you want. And the highest speed goes up to 35,000 RPM, so if you need it for whatever reason to be that high, it goes that high. But yeah, this drill overall was really nice. It performs really well. I was able to file these exactly how I wanted, get around my cuticle area, And this pink drill bit was working really great. I didn't do much filing like on the length of the nail, just because I didn't want to like create any indents and stuff. So I really focused at the cuticle and just like sealing in underneath it if I had any acrylic to go underneath the nail, and just shaping the free edge part to make it look a little bit more sleek and slim. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this drill. I did end up loving it a lot. So if you want to check it out for yourself and get this gift box with the nail drill and all of the other accessories included, or even the 2-in-1 desk lamp that I showed in my last video, I'm going to leave my code on the screen and also down below for you guys to check out. The links and everything will be there so that you can save some money off when purchasing. And after I finished filing, buffing, and doing everything, this is how the nails have looked once I've cleaned them off. And I really love this application. It looks really nice. But now we're going to jump into some nail art. So I'm going to use these colors here that I unboxed. These are from Model 1s. And this is a kit that I just recently unboxed. I unboxed these and I had this color here that looked like it would be perfect for the tortoise shell design that I see a lot of people do. I haven't tried it yet. I don't even think I've tried it last year, but I was like, this year I have to try it before it gets old. And I am still kind of late to the party, so hopefully it's still pretty trendy. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna try this out on one of my nails. And so this is what I'm doing here in the process. I didn't look at any tutorial on how to do it, so I'm basically just winging it from how I assume it would be done. So if I am doing this wrong, please still be nice to me in the comments and just inform me on better ways to do it. But basically I took that like brown burnt orange type of color and I did 2 coats on my entire nail. That gel polish set had a blooming gel, so after curing on both layers of that, I went in with some blooming gel, and without curing it, I'm taking this like really dark brown black color and just creating some spots on my nails and just letting that bloom out. I feel like I did really good. It was okay and it looked just how I wanted it to, but I think the only thing that I could have did to make it better was probably placing like the spots in different areas so it looks more of like the actual pattern. And then once I was finished, I probably could have went over it with another layer of that burnt orange color just to kind of like, you know, underneath it. But I didn't really think of it. I thought this was good at the moment and it does look really good, so I just went in with some top coat just to finish this nail off. And I decided to add on a charm, so I'm going to be using this little cream color charm here. After I cured on my top coat, I'm going to place some rhinestone glue right in the middle, place that charm there and give that a cure, and then we can move on to the next nail. So for this next nail, I am going to do a French tip using this cream color here called Misty from Nail Reserve. And using my Kairos 15mm brush to do some line work, I'm going to go in with that and do a French tip on my pinky nail. After filling that French tip in and doing a second layer because I didn't think it was opaque enough, after curing on my second layer, I'm gonna go in with my favorite brown from Madame Glam. This is their shade Hi, I'm Chandler from their fall brown collection, and I love this color so much. I think it's the perfect shade of brown. I'm gonna put some on my nail palette, and before going in with the designs, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of that blooming gel from that Model 1's kit, just going over my entire nail. And then with that brown polish and a dotting tool, I'm gonna be creating some blooming flowers, just putting 5 dots in a circle and letting them bloom out. Once they bloom to my liking, I'm gonna cure them and add the little stem for the flower. To finish this nail off, I'm going to go in with top coat, applying that to the entire nail, and then I'm going to add in some gold rhinestones in the center of those flowers and then give that a cure. For my next nail, I'm going to be doing a design that I see a lot and it looks really cute. But for the length of these nails, I feel like it didn't really go well, but I still wanted to try it anyway. And this is just like a border going around the entire nail. So that's basically what I'm going to do using that brown and my Kairos liner brush. We're just making a really long oval on the outer parts of the nail and just filling that in from the line to the cuticle and the free edge of the nail. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but this is how it looks. You have to make sure that the lines are thick enough to where you can see it from the front, but also not make it too thick because it won't give like that border look, if that makes sense. So that was kind of difficult, but I did get it to where I was happy with it. And now I'm going to take some of this non-stick Beetles molding gel, and I'm just pinching some out, making 4 balls on my nails, and I'm going to be creating a flower, of course. I love doing flowers like this because it is so fun and the outcome is just always so cute. So once I pinch out all of my balls, just placing them where I want them to be, I'm going to be taking my silicone tool, and I do have a new one now because I would always complain or like mention how I don't have the proper one. So now I don't have any excuses. If it turns out terrible, then it's just me at this point, but I still think it turned out good, especially after I add on like the colors and stuff, add some detail to it. But yeah, this silicone tool makes it a lot easier to like make the center of it and press it out so it don't have any like unnecessary indents and lines in it. So I was happy with it for the most part. Once I press the flowers out and get them to the shapes I want, I'm gonna cure them for 30 seconds. And after I got them cured, I'm going to take that cream color I used for my French tip on my pinky nail, just color that in so we can add some color to it as the base. And this gel polish was kind of like sinking into like the indent part, so it wouldn't stay up on the sides and it became like really thin looking. So after I do one petal, I'm just going to cure that in place so I don't have to like redo it every time. And then every time I move on to the next petal, I'll kind of backtrack just to add more color to the previous petal. and that will also save me time trying to do a second coat. But once I finish all of the petals, that's what it looks like. And I'm going to be adding in some ombre. I didn't want to bring out my airbrush machine, so I bought these little makeup sponges at Dollar General a couple days ago, and I'm gonna try to put these to use today. So I'm just tapping that into some gel polish and just basically patting that on where I want the ombre to be. I feel like the ombre didn't come out exactly how I wanted. I couldn't really blend it out to make it look like a blooming ombre, but I did work with it for the most part, and I was satisfied with how it looked. Once I cured, I did add a little bit more in the middle just to make it a lot more saturated and opaque. And then once I was happy with it, I cured it in the light for 30 seconds. And just to add a little bit more detail to it, I'm taking a dotting tool and adding some little darker spots in the inside and on the petals. And to finish this nail off, I'm going to include some pearls and some gold caviar beads. And for the top coat, I'm going to go in with the bottom half first, just because I feel like it would have been a lot easier instead of trying to do the entire nail first, because I didn't want the pearl and the caviar beads to slide while I'm doing the other half. So I'm working on the bottom half first. I went ahead and added some top coat, and now I'm just placing some pearls and some caviar beads along the line. Once I get these in place, I'm gonna then do the top half the exact way, but placing the caviar beads and pearls on the opposite side. And then once I finish that part, I'm gonna go back in and top coat the flower. Oh yeah, and for this nail, I did end up adding some caviar beads in the center just to add a little bit more detail to it. For my next nail, this is a design I've been wanting to try for the longest time, but every time I think about doing it, I just don't think mine's is gonna look right. But honestly, I really felt like using these makeup sponges, and I really had the time to experiment today, so I was just like, I'm gonna try it and just see how it comes out. So basically, I'm gonna start off with an ombre, just trying to do like an aura design in the center. For one, this ombre was a little too far down, so it did kind of throw it off once I tried to finish it. I think that played a part, and also just because I didn't have I couldn't make my lines as even as I wanted them to look. But basically for the ombre, as it's getting darker, I am curing for like 15 seconds in between each time I go in with more gel polish, because I have to make it darker or more saturated in the center, and then I'm trying to fan it out and make it as thin as possible so it looks like a proper ombre. I do think with the sponge it do look a little bit splotchy, but I was okay with it because once I add on the top coat, maybe that could kind of smooth it out. So I just went in with the next part of the design. And I don't know if you guys know what this is trying to be, but it's those designs where it's like half and half. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really cute. I just couldn't get my lines as even as I wanted to, and also I think for the length of the nails, it just didn't look right. So I went ahead and wiped off the brown I was trying to do, and I'm just gonna go in with another French tip. And I didn't end up clearing off the ombre. I could have filed that or buffed that away, but honestly I was just being lazy, and I just thought it would look really cool, because sometimes there are designs where it's like an ombre underneath and then a French tip on top. So that's kind of what I was going for now. I didn't really pay attention to the ombre, so I was just gonna focus on the next part. I did end up going in with another French tip, and I'm just gonna repeat that same design on my pinky over on this nail just to have my nail set look a little bit more uniform. So after I apply my French tip, I'm going to give that a cure, add on some blooming gel, and add on my blooming flowers with the 5 dots. I really hope you guys are enjoying today's video. I know I'm not as consistent as I was, but I feel like each time I say that, I just end up taking a break again or not really being motivated. But just know that I am really trying to get back in the habit of posting regularly and just being more consistent. I feel like it will help me. Maybe I'll post a poll on like my community tab, or you guys can leave it down below in the comments. Just let me know what designs you want to see, whether it's nail art, application, any type of like nail trends and stuff. Please let me know down below in the comments, because if I'm just doing the nail set, I feel like I will be faster getting it out, but sometimes review videos just take a little bit longer because I know I have to explain stuff, and doing the voiceover is just a hassle for me, to be honest. It's not my favorite part. But yeah, just leave some suggestions down below in the comments. But jumping back to the nails, I did go ahead and finish off my thumb, which was another tortoise design, but instead of the entire nail, I did a French. So that's how that is looking, and I loved it so much. It was so cute. So I went ahead and added some cuticle oil to re-nourish my cuticles, and this is how the finished set looks. It gives me like beach vibes, but then it also gives me like tropical vibes, so like somewhere near the water, but not as like bright and vibrant. I really like the vibe of these nails. I think my tortoise design turned out really nice, definitely a lot better than I was expecting. And it was really fun to make, really easy and beginner friendly. I love creating this nail set, especially like the one with the border around it and the flower in the center. I think that was so cute. But yeah, thanks Melody Susie for sending over these products, and I really enjoyed them. I have my discount code down below for you guys to check out, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So let me know down below in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.